Alright, what's up guys? I am going to try to make another tutorial while I do something. This one will be a little bit more in depth than past ones, I suppose. Trying to up the learning curve, I guess. I don't know how hard this is going to be. Um, what we're going to be doing is uh, I'm working on the Guangxi system right now, which is the like friendship system, and trying to make it so that officers in other factions actually form relationships because they seriously like never do. So trying to make that like basically fix the system in a general sense. And what we're going to be doing is targeting a bunch of officers if someone's performing the friendship custom assignment that I started called Network Relations. Then we are going to improve all of their random relations in the faction. So I'm gonna call this. We already used friend so many times. Friend AI network. And as a shortcut, I'm going to, I don't understand. I didn't see this event fire the last time I played. So I'm confused what happened with that. That's weird. That should have fired in my last campaign. Maybe it did and I just don't remember. Alright, so we're in the right table. I'm going to delete everything out and I'm just going to paste this in as like a quick template. Actually, I probably have a better template off of the dilemmas that I was just doing. Yeah, so we will take this as a template actually. This is going to be better for us, and I'll explain all this in a second. So first thing we're going to do is rename this custom heavy friend AI network so. Alright, so how do we want to split this up? So the next category rounds till next is if you go into incidences and put this in here, diplomacy good. The category is MISC, so anything else in the MISC category won't fire again for one turn, and we're going to leave it at that. Unique means this will only happen once, which we do not want for this specific thing, so we're going to get rid of that. Variable chances of weight, we're going to weight this at 400. It's a decent weight. Most things are around 100 in vanilla, so just try to make sure that these happen. Rounds until next will be the amount of rounds until this event can happen again. So we're going to go, I don't know, 24 rounds. Because we don't want this happening all the time. So we want to target 4 characters. Now, the reason that I can target 4 is because I've added event targets and I've added an extra target in here. So it is possible to target more. You have to do this, otherwise it crashes on startup. But it's great news that that is possible because this is going to be a lot easier. Do I actually want to have this target this many people? It's going to be the character performing it and then 3 others, I guess. That's like a lot. But every faction's going to have at least that many characters. So I don't think we're going to need anything with loyalty in this. Loyalty seems like a pointless thing to worry about in this one. We also don't need player spy. So let me get one of these is performing assignment rows and paste this into here instead of player spy. Is performing assignment custom friend. Now this is the name of an assignment that I've made. You guys are all smart enough to figure out how to, if you pick an assignment to get the name or make your own, you'll figure that out. That's not what we're going to do here. So character 2 is performing this assignment. God, I wish I could organize this a little bit better. That's always the hard part, is breaking this down into ways that make sense. So basically what you do is you target 4 characters, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then not owns is definitely, I could do this multiple ways. The way that I'm going to go about doing this is definitely not the not owns way. I am going to do, we got to target ourselves on default, which apparently I'm not doing in this. So gen condition self, hold on, am I not targeting a faction when I do gen condition self? Here, gen condition self. Is there a gen target faction? Gen target faction. Huh. So it's been a while since I looked at these, and I would have guessed that I would need to specify that the faction, like I would have to do gen target faction default. It's weird that I don't have to, but I think just to be safe, I'm going to put that in there. Pretty sure that that's like the right key. Yes, gen target faction, I spelled that right. You just never want to mess up, and sometimes there's this condition you got to write in there or whatnot, so I always like to double check these things because they're, I don't know, it's so easy to make random mistakes with this system. So yeah, just to safeguard it, we're going to make sure that this happens when the player is not Sao. You could also do not human Sao. You could do a lot of things. But that's how we're going to go about it. So we're targeting ourselves. It's a faction, and we're making sure that the faction of default, which is ourselves, is not Sao. And then what we're doing with all the characters, so we're targeting all 4 characters, 1, 2, 4, 3, and then we're making sure that all of these characters are in the faction of Sao. And we're making sure that target character 3 is the faction leader. Now, do we need that? It's up for us for debate. Like, do I always want the 3rd character to be the faction leader? That means that they're always going to be forming relations with them. I think I'd rather just RNG it entirely, so I'm going to get rid of that line. So it's going to be any 4 random, well, 3 random characters plus the one doing the assignment are going to have improved relations. And character 1 is not the faction leader. Okay, I guess I'll just leave that in there. Doesn't really matter. I wonder if that would, I don't know if the game ever, like, let's say target character 1 and 3 and 4 all end up being the same. I don't even know if that's possible. But I doubt it. So this is going to be like our base structure for what's going on. And we need to generate new IDs. So there's multiple ways that you can figure out IDs. Let's see, I left off on, this was the last event line that I did, custom spy stuff going on. So this number, I'm going to throw this into a number generator thing that I wrote. We probably had about 17, 18 lines of code. So I'll generate those. Come back over here. Just paste this in here. Wow, it's close, off by 1. So now we've got our conditions that we need to meet. Next thing that we need to do, I guess you can do this really in any order. We already put this in here. So generate means that the game will generate it as, if you turn this off, you would have to generate it through Lua scripting. This is the picture that shows up, and we already went over this. Prioritized, always leave it on, otherwise it's like it just never fires. Very rare chance to fire. Next, what we need to do is the payload. Like, what do we want to happen when this whole, like when this event triggers? So we are going to just clone one of these things and throw it at the bottom. Did I hit a pen? I think I have this sorted right now. Yeah, so I don't want to deal with this right now like that, so what I have to do is, because I've sorted the pack, I've got to reopen this. I've sorted by the IDs, so it's not going in at the bottom. So once again, any friendship, I will rename that to be our whatchamacallit, characters. And now how do we want to spin this? Because are all 4 characters going to be friends with each other, or the characters that's specifically doing the assignment? Maybe. So would it make sense that, like, so it would make sense that all character 2 should interact with character 1, 3, and 4 for sure. And then we'll also put a little thing in there where character 1 and character 4 also get along. That way it's not so... But then we're leaving out character 3 for like absolutely no reason, so I guess... I haven't figured out the flavor text with this either yet, so... Basically I'm just trying to come up with a way where the AI actually makes relationships. I don't really know how to like spell this out, like, hey, these guys were drunk at a bar, they're getting along, things are cool, I guess. But as I've said many times, I hate writing the flavor text. So yeah, I guess the character performing the assignment is going to get along with all of them just a little bit, and the character, some of the other ones will just randomly get along. So character 1 and 4 and 3 and 4 are going to get along, and that's good enough, I suppose. So those are our payloads. We need to also generate new IDs here. Damn it. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to sort this again, even though I don't want to. That doesn't seem right. What in the heck? I've done something very fucky with these IDs in here. I don't know why these ones have a totally different value. 396466. Yeah, so this is the higher one. So what do we have? We have 6 or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. I was wrong completely. So I'm going to take that ID, turn it up by 2, and generate 5 new IDs. And then just paste them right here. Now everything is sorted. Oh my god. And we've got that figured out. Okay. Next thing we need is text for these events. I don't think I'm missing anything. Incidents are a lot easier than dilemmas. So custom incidents. You need a title. So you just paste over this. We'll call this Harmony. Or what should come up with another name for this? Hold on, let me think. I've been using this nice synonym generator because I'm terrible at writing flavor text, so I'm trying to just come up with other words. Compatibility, consensus, consistency, kinship, goodwill. No, I think Harmony is probably our best bet. So we'll just name the event Harmony, and then we've got to write some flavor text. Clone and append. Whoops. What? No. Clone and insert. Actually, I want to clone and insert this, and then I want to put this over this, just because I'm trying to keep these together. Now it's a description, and I'll say these officers. Probably not unbreakable. God, I have really no idea what to write for this flavor text. These officers are getting along. People are going to hate this, but I'm going to need somebody to help like rewrite why this is happening. And that's going to be that. Now, the one thing that we're going to do to make this actually show up is... Where do we put this? Friend, network AI, saw. We are going to turn off... Oh my god. We're going to turn off not faction just to test this out. And hopefully this works on the first try. I'll get it to work. It's just like... Shit, our chance is also pretty low for trying to force this to pop. Damn it. Because there's other events that I've obviously done that have like extremely high chances. Shit. Might have to end a few turns. It's probably fine to just start from the beginning. Oh, I'm gonna get all these shitty interns in my save folder I'm gonna have to delete, so I will be prepared. Okay, we'll take Sal Ren and just get him working on this and see what happens. Probably going to be a bunch of other events that fire first. I think I had a save that was like turn 9 with Sao Sao. I could probably have done that. Nope. Maybe I want to handle this. You could do things too, like characters in the same region and all that shit, but then you add more like conditions to it and it just doesn't work. So also the characters in the same region thing was not working for me when I was writing my custom minister events and I was getting really frustrated. It's like I put all the characters in the same region that would not be getting along, and the event just would not fire. As soon as I turned that off, it fired just fine. So I don't know. I've gotten rid of the whole character in same region shit and given up on that for a little while. Oh man, come on. Dear God. Okay, so that's a vanilla one. That's fucked up that that's happening. Hey, look at this. Maybe we made a mistake. Edition self. God damn it. Okay, he's triggering the other ones first. So sometimes what I like to do when this isn't working is I'll just like reorder all this. So we'll start with var chance 1, 2, like just get all this shit up here that I don't like really need to look at, or like you look at things in bulk. So this should actually be 3 or 2. And then we'll do this is fucking with me, so we're gonna just put this one. Oh, that didn't. 2, 3, 4. This should work. I don't know why this... Unless there's something wrong with the gen target faction and gen condition faction default. I'm not quite sure why that would be though. It should work just fine. Guys in the Han Empire. Dear God. Okay. So at this point we are going to quit out and I'm going to get rid of really all of this, because this could happen for the player too. Yeah, this can happen for the player. There's really no harm in that. Oh, there is a chance that this isn't firing because I messed something up in the payloads, which I've been known to do. 2 to 1, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 1 to 4, 3 to 4. If these are ever the same, that'll just not work. Now we need new IDs here. And sometimes I just generate random like new ones because you never know if something's conflicting. And yeah, unfortunately, the like general lack of if statements, being able to write things in code means that yeah, I'm gonna have to do this for every faction. So I'm gonna have to duplicate and clone this numerous times. So I'm probably only going to do it for some of the main ones. I just got done copying and pasting and editing all this shit for the spy ones. So first I did it all in one file, and then I was like, okay, well, I gotta do this for all of these different factions, and it's not just this one table, you gotta do it for all those tables. So this might only be for like the 3 or 4 main factions, because I'm pretty like not pleased with how wonky this system is. I'm sure CA has some other tools that somehow is generating these for them, and they don't have to do this all by hand, or like, I don't know. I've thought about ways to write this in like some kind of programming language or Python or something, but I don't know. Oh, should have raised that damn variable chance too. Shit. That would really have helped us. God damn it. Holy balls. This is absurd. Yeah, you can't get more than 1 eventifier per turn. We've tried looking into it. It's apparently hard-coded in C++. It's pretty sad. Okay, well, if nothing fired, there's definitely something wrong with this. Unless I just triggered something from the misc category and the variable chance wasn't high enough, that's a possibility. Because we triggered this one and triggered this one. No, we didn't trigger that. I think we triggered this, and that probably has a delay on when another one can trigger friend to friend. This one is also misc. Oh boy. do something here and check character loyalty with how I messed up this stuff here. Faction prestige -8. I don't remember lowering that, but that's cool. If we can get this to work, I got one other thing that I want to do too that relates to early game satisfaction as an event and is slightly different. Holy shit, how is this not firing? Is this guy even on an assignment still? Maybe it timed out. Dear God. Okay, well, it would help if he was on the assignment. So there's that. Also, another thing that I'm going to just demonstrate while doing this is the fact that Dong Zhuo just died, right? It's Dong Min that was supposed to trigger, God damn it. Hold on. What? What do you mean never? What the fuck? Oh man, I'm not doing well on just getting things to work today. Normally you can I don't have enough money to give there, anything to give this guy. Yeah, normally if that event triggers and you offer to become his vassal, you can see that the rebellions and the civil wars don't trigger. They just, like, Gyusi and Li Ju just stay in the faction and there's no civil war, so really hoping CA fixes that, because then we can get on the storyline mods for getting Lu Bu to where he needs to go. Oh, dear God. Well, he is taking over here. Okay, so we got this event to trigger now. Let's put it all back together. And I think I like the idea of this working for the AI and the player and just having a lot of turns until it can happen again. Incident payloads. We had 5, so character 2 is getting along with 1, 3, and 4. Character 3 can get along with 1, and character 4 can get along with 3, just to really fuck with all this. See if we can get that to trigger one more time. Maybe you just put too many friendship things in here? I don't know. Maybe that's a possibility that you just can't do this many. I've never done this many in one incident. One other thing I wanted to do was locate the officer on the assignment. It's always nice to do so you know whose faction this is for. Except that won't take effect until we close the game again. Alright, so there you have it. People getting along. So that'll work for the AI, that'll work for when you're playing as Cao Cao. And trying to figure out, what is this? This is a 35-minute video. I think the next thing that I do, I'm going to do in a separate one. Also remember, I'm going to have to take the time to clone all these for multiple factions, and it won't be that bad, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Although I should, because it's annoying and tedious. Okay, I'm going to start another video for the next thing I'm going to do.